Have you ever taken off your bra at the end of the day and just breathed? That feeling, the instant relief, the tension melting from your shoulders, the way your body thanks you the moment that band unclasps. It's like your whole chest can finally exhale. Now, I want you to pause for a second and really think about this. What if that daily discomfort, the digging straps, the tight band, the underwire that pinches and pokes, isn't just annoying, it's actually doing harm to your body? Not in a dramatic movie scene kind of way, but slowly, quietly, in the background of your life. You see, as women, we've been taught to wear bras from the moment we became women. And somewhere along the way, that bra became less about support and more about habit, about appearances, about what's expected. But here's the truth no one told us. Your body after 65 is not the same as it was at 25. Your skin is thinner. Your circulation has changed. Your lymphatic system is more delicate. And your comfort? It's no longer a luxury. It's a necessity. And yet, so many women your age are still putting on that same bra day after day, not realizing it's hurting their health, affecting their breathing, restricting their movement, even causing strange aches they've blamed on age. But what if I told you? There are signs. Clear, physical signs your body is sending you. 12 of them. And if you've experienced even one, you might want to ask yourself, is it time to let the bra go? Because today, we're going to uncover 12 surprising, doctor-backed signs that could mean it's time to stop wearing a bra after 65. Some might seem small, like red marks or a little tingling. Others? They might be the reason you've been waking up with back pain, or why you're always short of breath after a walk, or even why your posture's been changing. And here's the thing. This isn't about saying bras are bad. It's about listening to your body and giving yourself permission to choose comfort over convention. So grab a cup of tea, find a cozy seat, and let's have this important conversation, woman to woman. If you're ready to hear what your body's been trying to tell you, comment below. I'm here for my health. Because you deserve to feel good. You deserve to know the truth. And you deserve to age with comfort, confidence, and care. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Health Advice, so you never miss a conversation that truly matters. Let's begin. 1. Skin irritation and red marks. Let's start with something that seems small but speaks volumes. Agnes, a 72-year-old grandmother from Florida, began noticing red, itchy patches right under her bra line. At first, she thought, it's probably my new laundry soap, or maybe she'd just gotten too hot out in the garden. She changed detergents, switched shirts, even tried medicated powder. But the irritation kept returning, itchy, raw, and sometimes even painful. Turns out it wasn't the soap.
It was her bra.
You see, as we age, our skin becomes thinner, drier, and far more sensitive. The elastic in your bra that used to feel snug and secure in your 40s? Now, it may be digging in, especially when paired with the sweat that builds up during warm days or long walks. That combination of moisture, heat, and friction is the perfect recipe for dermatitis. Or worse, fungal infections under the breasts. And yet, so many women assume this is just part of getting older. They shrug it off, scratch a little, apply some lotion, and keep wearing the same uncomfortable underwire every day. But here's the truth. Persistent redness, chafing, or peeling skin under your bust isn't normal. It's your body telling you, I need relief. So, what can you do? You don't need to throw away every bra in your drawer overnight. But give your skin a break. Start with something simple. The moment you walk through the door after errands or church, take it off. Let your skin breathe. At home, try soft, cotton camisoles or loose-fitting lounge tops that offer light coverage without compression. And always make sure your skin is dry before putting on any garment with tight elastic. Because irritated skin isn't just a nuisance. It's a warning sign. And the more we ignore it, the louder it becomes. And if skin irritation is just the beginning, what's next? Let's talk about a far more common and often overlooked sign. The pain that creeps from your shoulders all the way into your neck. Yes, we're going there next. You might be surprised how many women are blaming old age when it's really the bra. 2. Shoulder and neck pain. Let's talk about something that too many women over 65 quietly endure. The dull, nagging ache in the shoulders, that tightness crawling up the neck, and the persistent stiffness that just won't let up. Lillian, 68, used to think it was just part of growing older. Every evening, she'd rub her neck, stretch her back, take a hot shower, hoping to relieve the pressure. She even bought a new pillow and switched mattresses, thinking maybe it's my sleeping position. But nothing changed until one afternoon, her granddaughter jokingly said, "Grandma, you're still wearing those tight straps? That looks uncomfortable." That comment made Lillian pause. And for the first time, she paid attention to the red marks left on her shoulders every night. She hadn't realized it before, but her bra straps were digging into the same exact spots where she felt that chronic pain. You see, bras, especially those with narrow straps and heavy-duty underwire, can become a hidden enemy over time. When straps are too tight or the bra doesn't fit properly, it pulls down on the trapezius muscles, which connect your neck and shoulders. That constant downward tension can lead to muscle fatigue, tension headaches, and even pinched nerves. But here's the mistake many of us make. We assume the pain is just part of getting older. We tell ourselves, well, this is just what aging feels like. But what if it isn't aging at all? What if it's just poor support from a garment designed decades ago for a body that's since changed? Because here's something no one talks about enough. Your bra size can change with age. As we lose fat and muscle mass, as our posture shifts, as gravity does its work, the old measurements no longer apply. So, what's the solution? You don't have to toss every bra you own, but it might be time to rethink how you support your body. Start with gentle alternatives. Soft bralettes without underwire, wide-strapped camisoles that offer light lift without tightness, or even going completely braless at home, especially in the evenings or when you're relaxing. Give your shoulders a chance to breathe because they've been carrying a lot more than just fabric. And if that neck tension eases even a little, that's your body saying thank you. Now, from the outside in, let's turn inward. Because sometimes the real damage of a bra doesn't show up on your skin or your muscles. It shows up in your breathing. Yes, your breath. Let's explore the surprising connection between bras and shallow breathing and why so many senior women are overlooking it. 3. Restricted lymphatic flow. Now, let's talk about something most women have never been told about their bras. Something that affects how your body clears out waste, fights infection, and stays balanced. It's your lymphatic system. Elaine, 70, had been noticing puffiness around her underarms. At first, she assumed it was just a little weight gain, maybe from the extra snacks she'd been enjoying during movie nights. But as weeks went on, the swelling didn't go away. It became tender, heavy, almost like pressure building under her arms and along her sides. Her doctor ran some tests. No infection, no tumors, no alarming signs. Then one physical therapist looked her in the eye and said, "Have you considered that your bra might be restricting your lymph flow?" Elaine was stunned. How could a bra, a daily, harmless garment, affect something as vital as her body's detox system? Here's the science. Your lymphatic system is a complex network of vessels and nodes running just beneath the surface of your skin. Its job? To move lymph, a clear fluid that carries away toxins, bacteria, and waste. But unlike your blood, which has the heart to pump it around, your lymph relies entirely on body movement and freedom to flow. Now, think about the average bra. Tight band around the chest. Underwire pressing under the arms. Elastic that grips instead of gives. That constant pressure day after day, year after year, can actually impede lymph drainage, especially around the underarms and upper torso. And when the lymph can't flow freely, fluid builds up. You get puffiness. You feel heavy, sometimes even sore. Yet many women confuse this with ordinary aging or assume they've just gained weight. But this isn't fat. It's congestion. And the solution? Simple. Ditch tight-fitting underwire bras, especially those with side boning or hard bands. Opt for loose, comfortable support, or none at all when you're at home. And here's something powerful you can do with your own hands. Gentle lymphatic massage. Just light, Upward strokes under the arms and along the chest, a few minutes a day, can do wonders for drainage. Because the truth is, your body isn't sluggish. It's blocked. And all it's asking for is room to flow. So, if you've ever felt swollen near the bra line, especially after long hours of wearing one, don't brush it off. Now that we've uncovered the hidden effect on your body's detox system, let's talk about something even deeper. What if your bra is changing the way you breathe? Let's dive into how chest compression affects your lungs, and why many older women don't realize their breath is being held hostage. 4. Shallow breathing or discomfort when sitting. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt out of breath while doing absolutely nothing? Just sitting. Maybe during a church service, a long car ride, or chatting with friends over tea. That's exactly what happened to Joan. She's 72. Sharp-minded, gentle, never complains. One Sunday, halfway through the pastor's message, she started to feel tight in her chest. Not pain exactly, just like she couldn't catch a full breath. At first, she thought maybe she was anxious. But then, something told her to quietly step into the restroom, and she did one small thing. She unfastened her bra, and instantly, she could breathe again. You see, what Joan experienced wasn't anxiety. It was compression. The science is simple but powerful. When you're wearing a tight or structured bra, especially one with underwire or a rigid band, it doesn't just hug your skin. It presses against your ribcage, your intercostal muscles, and most importantly, your diaphragm. Now, the diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle sitting under your lungs, and it's the main muscle responsible for breathing. When you breathe in, it contracts and pushes downward, creating space for your lungs to expand. But when that lower chest area is restricted, especially while sitting, that movement gets blocked. What does that mean for you? It means shallow breathing, poor oxygen exchange, and even feelings of fatigue or lightheadedness. And it's so subtle. Many women just chalk it up to age or poor fitness. But it's not always that. It could be the bra. And this isn't just about discomfort, it's about your nervous system. Shallow breathing keeps your body in stress mode, what we call sympathetic dominance. But deeper breathing activates relaxation and healing, your parasympathetic system. So when your undergarment is keeping you in a low-grade state of tension, your entire body feels it. So, what's the better choice? Non-constricting bras. Look for soft cotton, breathable fabrics. No underwire. No pinching. Shelf camisoles. These offer support without compression, perfect for casual wear, rest days, or home comfort. And don't forget, if you're home, let yourself be free. There's no rule that says comfort should only come at bedtime. Here's the truth. You don't need to earn your comfort. You deserve it. Always. And if you've been breathing shallow for years and didn't even notice, you're not alone. Joan thought the same, until one quiet moment changed everything. And now, as we move forward, let's talk about another secret most women don't realize until it's too late. What happens when poor bra support actually leads to back and shoulder pain that feels like something else entirely. Don't miss this next one. 5. Frequent chest pressure or heart palpitations. Now, let's talk about something that scares a lot of women over 65, chest pressure. That tightness, fluttering sensation, or sudden awareness of your heartbeat that makes you stop and wonder, is this my heart? Should I go to the ER? That's exactly what happened to Marjorie. She's 69, lives alone, and one evening after doing laundry, she sat down and suddenly felt a heaviness in her chest. Her breathing quickened. Her heart started racing. She reached for her phone. She thought, is this a heart attack? But when she lay down and removed her bra, within minutes, the sensation faded. You see, Marjorie didn't have a heart condition. She had a compression problem. Let's look at the science behind this. Tight underbands, especially from older, worn-out bras, can press against the upper abdominal region and the base of the ribcage. That pressure affects two things. The vagus nerve, which runs from your brain through your chest and abdomen, helping regulate your heartbeat. The solar plexus, a complex network of nerves that influences stress responses. When these areas are constricted, whether by a bra, posture, or tension, it can trigger symptoms like chest tightness, skipped or racing heartbeats, shallow breathing, even panic-like feelings, all without any actual heart disease. Now, don't get me wrong. Never ignore chest symptoms. Always rule out heart issues with a doctor. But if your tests are normal, yet the pressure keeps returning, it might be your bra. Here's what you can do. Listen to your body. Remove your bra for 24 hours, yes, a full day, and observe how you feel. Do the fluttering and pressure subside? Check the fit. If your bra band leaves deep marks, rides up your back, or feels tighter as the day goes on, it's likely too snug or too old. Try front closure or wideband alternatives. These reduce localized pressure and offer gentler support. And most importantly, know that discomfort isn't something you should push through. It's communication. Marjorie learned that lesson. And now, so can you. What's next? We're diving into something many women silently accept, but don't realize is completely optional after 65, and that's groove marks and pain in the shoulders. Yes, those deep bra strap imprints that seem to never go away. Let's get into why that happens and what you can do instead. 6. Nerve tingling in the arms or hands. Now, let's talk about a symptom that many senior women quietly live with, thinking it's just part of aging. That tingling, numbness, or pins and needles feeling in the arms, hands, or even fingertips. That's what Jean felt. She's 72, and for weeks, her right hand had this strange buzzing sensation, almost like it had fallen asleep. It came and went, sometimes worse at night, sometimes during her morning walk. She feared it could be a stroke warning, or maybe early signs of neuropathy. But after some tests and a visit to a savvy physical therapist, the surprising culprit? Her bra straps. Yes, just too narrow. Elastic straps worn daily year after year had begun to compress nerves around her shoulders and neck. Let's unpack this. The brachial plexus is a vital nerve network that runs from the spinal cord through the shoulder and down each arm. When pressure from straps, especially narrow or digging ones, presses on this region repeatedly, it can lead to numbness or tingling in the fingers, weakness or heaviness in the arms, a feeling like your limb is falling asleep. And because many women brush it off, the compression builds over time, sometimes even mimicking more serious conditions. Now, I'm not saying every tingle is from a bra, but before you assume it's something irreversible, consider this. Try going braless when you're at home, especially during long periods of rest, reading, or watching TV. Just see if those sensations improve. Switch to wide, cushioned straps that evenly distribute weight over the shoulders. Avoid thin straps that dig in and slip. Pay attention to posture. Slouched shoulders and poorly fitting bras amplify nerve compression. And one more thing, if you ever wake up with one arm numb or tingling, don't panic, but do notice what you were wearing the day before and how long you kept it on.
Jean?
She retired her old bras, found softer, ergonomic alternatives, and within weeks, the tingling was gone. Sometimes the solution isn't a diagnosis, it's a gentle adjustment. Up next, let's talk about a common issue that affects confidence more than we realize. Poor posture caused by bra fatigue. Yes, the very thing that's supposed to support you could be holding you down. 7. Bra riding up or not fitting well. Let's talk about something many older women silently endure, but rarely question. That daily tug. The constant adjusting. That little annoyance that turns into an all-day frustration. That was Sylvia. At 69, she found herself shifting, pulling, adjusting her bra at least a dozen times a day. In the kitchen, on walks, even while seated at church. She blamed herself. Maybe I gained weight or lost some. Maybe I'm slouching too much, she'd say. She tried tightening the band, then loosening it. Nothing worked, until her daughter suggested something bold. Maybe, Mom, it's not you. Maybe it's the bra. And that's exactly the truth.
Our bodies evolve with time.
Gravity, hormone changes, muscle loss, spine compression, weight shifts. All of it means that the bra you wore at 45 may be completely wrong for you at 65 or 75. Let's get into the science. As we age, several things happen. Breast tissue becomes less dense and more fatty, changing the shape. Posture may round forward, altering how bras sit across the back and shoulders. Skin elasticity decreases, making tight bands more irritating. Weight gain or loss affects band fit, and your old size might no longer apply. And when that happens, what's the first clue? Your bra starts to ride up in the back. The cups gap or dig, or the band slides and twists, even when standing still. But here's the big mistake. Many women blame themselves instead of the garment. They believe they've changed, rather than accepting that their underwear needs to evolve with them. Sylvia eventually tried something radical for her. No underwire, no padding, no clasps. She switched to a supportive camisole with a built-in shelf, and she never looked back. So, here's the takeaway. If your bra rides up, twists, or feels like it's moving more than you are, it's not doing its job. And you have options. Consider switching to comfort-first alternatives, bralettes, soft support tanks, or even going bra-free when at home. Don't hold on to bras from decades ago out of guilt or habit. You've changed, and that's a beautiful thing. Sylvia now says the best part of her day is not having to fight with her clothes. And trust me, if your bra is fighting you, it's time to let it go. Coming up next is a sign you might never associate with bras. Poor posture and back fatigue that builds slowly but affects everything from your mobility to your mood. 11. Constant fatigue or low energy. Let's talk about something most women over 65 never connect to their bras. That dull, dragging tiredness. You sleep okay. You eat well enough. But by midday, you just feel off. It was the same for Helen. At 73, Helen loved her morning walks and tending to her flower beds. But over time, she started cutting those walks short. She blamed aging. Maybe it was just part of getting older. But here's what changed everything. One lazy Sunday, Helen decided not to wear her bra while gardening. By mid-afternoon, she realized something strange.
She didn't feel drained.
She felt light, comfortable, energized. It made her question everything. And science backed her up. Bras, especially tight or underwired ones, can subtly restrict movement, limit full breaths, and cause unconscious tension in the upper body. Over hours, this builds up into physical fatigue, even without exertion. Add in reduced lymph flow and mild nerve compression, and you've got the recipe for sluggishness. But most women never suspect it. They blame age, or arthritis, or just a bad day. Helen, on the other hand, experimented. 1 week with the bra, 1 week without it while at home. The difference was undeniable. Her back stopped aching as much. She had more energy. She felt more like herself again. The mistake? Assuming constant tiredness is just part of life after 65. The solution? Give yourself permission to rest, truly rest, even from restrictive clothing. And this leads us to our final, often overlooked sign. 12. Just not feeling like you anymore. This one's different. It's not about rash, posture, or straps. It's about identity, about comfort, about freedom. Carolyn put it best. I looked in the mirror and realized I wasn't dressing for me anymore. I was dressing out of habit, out of expectation. For decades, Carolyn wore a bra because that's what women do. She'd wear it around the house, even when alone, not because she wanted to, but because she felt like she had to. It wasn't until a trip to visit her granddaughter, where she forgot to pack her bras, that she experienced something she hadn't felt in years.
Ease. Peace.
Release. She realized she'd been holding herself, her body, in a mold she outgrew long ago. And once she let go of the bra, she felt more like herself again. More natural, more grounded, more free. So, here's the real truth behind this final sign. If wearing a bra makes you feel less like you, if it adds discomfort, stress, or makes you shrink into yourself, then maybe, just maybe, it's time to let it go. You've earned comfort. You've earned authenticity. And you have nothing to prove to anyone. Let your body breathe. Let your shoulders relax. Let your spirit feel at home in your skin, without clasps, wires, or restrictions. Because aging isn't about shrinking or hiding. It's about becoming more of who you are. And sometimes, taking off a bra is the first step toward that freedom. Let's recap what we've learned. We've taken a deep dive into the 12 signs senior women should never ignore when it comes to wearing a bra after 65. From skin irritation and breathing discomfort to posture changes and even rashes from underwire, we've uncovered how something as ordinary as a bra can become a silent source of stress, pain, and fatigue. And then, there's the most liberating sign of all. Simply realizing you don't need that kind of support anymore. Because real support? It comes from confidence, awareness, and loving the woman you've become. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 12 signs felt the most true in your life? Have you experienced any of these without realizing the cause? Comment below and share your story. You never know who you might help by opening up another woman just like you, maybe reading your words right now and finally feel seen. So tell me in the comments, which sign stood out most to you, and what have you done about it? Let's have a real conversation below. If this video opened your eyes, made you rethink your relationship with bras, or reminded you of someone you care about, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, this is Health Advice, your space for wisdom, awareness, and gentle reminders that growing older is a gift, not a burden. So hit that subscribe button and join us for weekly insights made just for you. We talk about what matters, from sleep to skin, from hormones to habits, from aging with grace to letting go of things that no longer serve you. Like maybe that old bra. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, your comfort is not a luxury. It's your right. And aging doesn't mean squeezing yourself into expectations or into anything else that no longer fits who you are. You are wise. You are worthy. And you are allowed to choose ease every single day. So whether you're team bra-free at home or simply exploring new options, know this. You're not alone. Stay curious. Stay comfortable. And most of all, stay you. I'll see you in the next video.